5, 4, 3. Ahora viene el 2. Empieza, chicos. Empieza. Hola, mi joyo. Esta intro me sobra. Haber puesto el contador con esto, tío. Oye, ¿no se está acercando mucho al final? Por favor, que sea todo así.
Hello travelers and welcome to Genshin Impact's 1.1 preview stream. My name is Sunmilk and I'm excited to present to you information that I know everyone is looking forward to on
Ella sale en el nuevo banner,
11.
la nueva waifu.
Yeah, coming pretty soon, isn't it? I'm pretty curious on what your predictions will be for 1.1. Some of you may be on the nose and some of you may be a little off. Either or, I still intend to give you 4 hints on what to expect. Yeah, just 4. Hint 1, new characters.
Nuevos personajes.
Hint 2, new storyline quests.
Bueno, nueva historia.
Hint 3, new in-game mechanics and system optimizations.
Mecánicas nuevas.
And then lastly, hint 4, a new event.
Y un
we have a
evento.
lot to cover, and we also have some footage to watch. But before we get into that, I would first like to remind you, or at least convince you, to stay to the end of the stream since we have codes available for you to use.
Que el código debe ser el que ya tenemos.
Yeah, that's an incentive, isn't it? Okay, let's go ahead, together, you and I, to watch Genshin Impact's debut of the 1.1 trailer.
Muy bien. A ver el tráiler de la 1.1. A ver qué van a enseñar. Oh.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Wang, ¿dónde estás?
This is the largest one we've seen so far.
The Fatui! They're attacking the glacial ballista!
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more?
¿Nueva raid?
Farewell, old friend.
¿Qué le pasa al vídeo? A ver, vídeo, no me jodas. Vale, voy a bajarlo un poco porque es un problema de tener puesto el juego de fondo y eso, ¿vale? Me está ripeando cosa mala YouTube y su optimización de... Bueno, el Chrome, perdón, el Chrome y su optimización, como siempre, no pasa nada, lo vemos. ¿Esto tiene pinta de ser rollo Storm Terror? Arquero de... Hostia, de elemento agua es. Zhongli. ¡Oh, el puto Zhongli! Xinjiang. Great Sword y fuego otra vez, no, tío. ¿Y esta qué leche es? Una arquera de hielo. El 11 del 11. Vale. Estos dos serán los 5 estrellas entonces. Van a regalar a Fischl reputación rewards, unas alas. ¡Hostia!
What was that? That was absolutely amazing. Definitely one of my favorite PVs to date.
Lo de las alas mola un huevo, ¿eh? Ya sabemos cómo se conseguirán, porque fue como en la beta. Pero mola mucho.
Those cinematics, for sure, that must tease us about the final chapters of Liyue. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I have no words. All I felt throughout that entire PV were just chills. But I know I shouldn't get distracted. I'm not supposed to. So instead, let's recollect our thoughts and put our attention towards learning about the new characters. I do have some graphics that will help visualize and explain everything in detail.
Vale. Porque lleva... Espera, un momento. ¿Qué arma lleva? No me gusta por una cosa, ahora lo comentaré. No me gusta para mi equipo, este, pero me mola el personaje. Es uno de los malos.
Not only can he deal hydro damage with a fully charged arrow, but he can also deal hydro damage during his melee stance. However, only within a limited amount of time.
Qué guapo eso. Tiene dos posiciones el personaje. ¿Pero que habrá que equiparle dos armas? No, solo el arco. Se convierte. Esto mola, ¿eh? Vale, el típico personaje cute. Mola mucho, ¿eh? Mola muchísimo. Es un gatete. Y es de hielo. A ver qué es.
Diona is not only an archer, but she is also a bartender from the Cat's Tavern. With her cute voice, cute attacks, and cute animations, I would agree that she is our most adorable addition yet. And it absolutely reflects that in her cryo kit. Did you notice the cat ears on the shield that she provides? I didn't expect it either, but I'm absolutely in love with it.
El icono ese de ahí.
We also have another character that too provides a shield, albeit hers is a fiery one.
Es healer ella, ¿eh? Es healer. Y 4 estrellas. Uf, qué bien. Ahí sí, habrá que tirarle al banner, ¿eh? Porque necesito ese healer de hielo para la planta 12. Mola mucho. Mola mucho este personaje. Pero me parece que es también Greatsword y de fuego. No sé yo, ¿eh? Si toca no podremos hacer nada con ella.
She's very fashionable and defines the rock and roll vibe. Even her name is hot enough for a solo debut. I love how her skills mimic like I'm attending at a live concert. And the rhythmic pulsations from her pyro shield would easily scorch her enemies.
Aunque se parezca a Diluc por el elemento, tiene pinta de buildearse como Razor. Más gladiador que por crítico y elemento, ¿eh? Y va con barrera. Es bastante diferente. Es bastante diferente. Es bastante diferente, sí. Y tanto. Pero no podremos permitir subirlas, que da igual, aunque sea 4 estrellas. Vale, Zhongli, este mola mucho. Este tío es importante, ¿eh? Esto ya lo hablamos en el Discord también, este tío es muy importante.
Last but not least is the official appearance of Zhongli.
A ver.
He's very knowledgeable in every topic relating to the history and culture of Liu.
Con la lanza. Menos mal que sacan personajes con lanza.
Similar to the GL Traveler. One can see that his geo constructs have proven to do more. Upon tap, geo energy radiates to nearby enemies,
¿Has visto eso?
inflicting periodic damage. And then on the other hand, holding his skill triggers a formation of a sturdy shield. I am just as excited as you are with wanting to play the new characters, but we can't forget about the other highlights for 1.1, which includes our next segment, the final chapters of Liyue. I don't know if you remember, but we were left at a cliffhanger in the 1.0 build. If you don't remember, don't worry. I can help refresh your memory with a couple of teaser screenshots and some exciting, or I suppose anticipating.
¿Me habéis escuchado, no?
I'd say that Ningguang's
Acaba la historia de
purpose is to
Liyue.
request that the savior of Mondstadt
Termina.
take a more neutral stance.
Menos mal.
Or at least to not wholly side
Para que
with
saquen
the
el siguiente
Adepti.
mapa en la
The
próxima
last
actualización.
Archon quest in 1.0 introduced Ganyu and Ningguang. Ganyu was inviting us to the Jade Chamber.
Aunque eso será para el 23-24 de diciembre, tenedlo en cuenta.
Do you see that on the right? Yes, that is the Guizhong's ballista. If we were invited to meet Ningguang, then
El código
why
lo tenéis
are we
en Discord
meeting
ya para
with
ponerlo.
Kuching first? Something
En la sala de info
seems a
importante.
little odd. I wonder. Now, where might Ningguang be? She must be waiting for us at her Jade Chamber.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would
Necesitas
never
ya están.
give up the Jade Chamber.
Si las tenéis.
The scenery from the Jade Chamber is so breathtaking.
Son
This
donde
is
está el de
definitely
Geo,
another scenic spot
el cubo.
for a perfect photography shot. For how extravagant the architecture must be, it explains why Ningguang is such an ambitious woman. Do you think this could perhaps give us more hints about Zhongli and his influence? Or maybe more hints about the deep secrets within the Jade Chamber? Who knows what we may learn about the Tianquan?
As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
We may not know much about her, but Ganyu is a mix of a human and an Adeptus. It must be so difficult though. With her background, she may be more sensitive about the recent Rex Lapis incident. Ganyu has to cope with the tension between the humans and the Adepti. Between the two opposing factions, which side do you think she'll have to choose? For how gentle her heart is, I hope she will never have to come to that unfortunate decision.
Because we are Adepti.
Oh my, do you recognize this familiar face? I hope so, because it's Xiao. However, please take note as to where he's standing. Yeah, look at the background. That's right. What could Xiao possibly be doing at the Jade Chamber? Aren't the Adepti and Xixing at conflict with one another?
Dice, ¿lo reconocéis?
I fear for what may happen next. I hope that everyone involved will be safe. That is all that I ask for. A happy ending.
Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor,
La verdad es que es de los personajes más interesantes. Que lo pongan a este, y que lo pongan en el siguiente panel está muy guay.
Go ahead and call it a day. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Similar to Ganyu, Zhongli is also going through self-reflection since the death of Rex Lapis. I cannot imagine how he must be feeling.
No, hay código para todos.
It's no doubt that over
Lo tenéis en la
time,
sala de info
everything
importante.
does change. Now it's just whether Zhongli will accept those changes.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
Well, that's interesting. Who's Kuching referring to? Could it be us, the travelers? If so, then what could this mean? I'm very curious what our dialogue options may be, and what we can ask from Liu's Xixing.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today? As such, we must now look to our backup plan. I will awaken the god.
Espero que sean dos banners, uno de fuego. Bueno, no, que no tendría sentido.
Why does Child sound so angry? Did we do something to upset him? Even though we know he's associated with the Fatui Harbingers, it's scary that his organization may have discovered a way to manipulate.
Que realmente todo esto lo queremos ver in-game, ¿vale? Después.
This ability does seem to have its own limitations, such as they
Y ya lo
cannot
hemos
seem
visto
to use
esto.
it without transforming into another form. But wait, if the traveler can also switch between elements, then wouldn't that make the traveler also a Fatui Harbinger as well? No, that would be simply ridiculous. Oh wait, it seems that we have some footage to share. Let's see what it is.
No, están resumiendo lo que ya ha pasado, poniendo alguna cosita más. Nos vamos a enfrentar a él, ¿no? Esto sí que se filtró el vídeo. Esto sí que hubo una filtración del vídeo y esto va a ser una buena lucha. No le he visto la lucha ni quiero verla todavía. Pero obviamente ya te dice que... Él te dice, soy de los malos, ¿vale? Él mismo te lo dice. Colaboramos durante un momento, pero te vas a cagar después. ¡Wow! ¡Wow! Bueno, ¿qué cojones pasa de por medio para que se cabree así? Este juego es impresionante. Os lo digo, en muchas cosas. Para ser un free to play es impresionante cómo lo vamos a vivir, ¿eh? ¿Qué cojones? Es el ojo, ¿no? Lo que brilla.
No way. Why is the traveler and child fighting? And for what reasons? Hold on. We don't have any more information
Porque
about
Paimon
this?
se cae si flota.
Oh my...
No sé.
That's another cliffhanger. I suppose I shouldn't be too upset. Since on the bright side, we finally hit at the point in the stream to distribute today's gift code. On the screen, there's a code that you can only redeem once. The code is Genshin ZHB30.
Lo tenéis en el Discord puesto.
This code will expire
Tenéis todo el día.
October 31st and is valued at 160 Primo Gems. Please also keep in mind that you must be at least Adventure Rank 10 in order to redeem the code. For our third segment, we have a new system to introduce as well as new NPCs. The name of this new feature is called City Reputation System.
Repus.
Reputation has a leveling system that scales rewards.
Ole.
Obviously, the higher reputation you have, the better rewards become. There are 4 methods to improve your city reputation. These include bounty requests,
¿Vale? 3 semanales.
weekly quests from city residents,
Misiones semanales. Es poco.
exploration progress,
Exploración.
such as discovering waypoints, quests corresponding to the city, which can also include commissions. Leveling your reputation will unlock additional benefits, such as
Vale.
blueprints. In Mondstadt, there is Enamel Kalis, Resonant Stone, Wind Catcher, Level 4 Name Card, NREs. Then we scroll down.
¿Qué acabo de ver? ¿Forging qué?
Animal Treasure Compass,
Recipes para craftear.
Level 7 Name Card, and a Mondstadt Glider Skin. And
Es la de la
then
Play
for
esa,
you,
¿no?
a level 7
¡Qué
name
guapas
card
estas!
And a Leo Glider Skin.
¡Qué guapas las
I
Golden
love
Flight!
all of these quality of life changes,
Las
and I
segundas son muy
definitely want
guapas,
more
tío.
for the future. I'm also in love
Lo de la
with the
cocina portátil.
aesthetics that Genshin Impact has to offer. For sure, I will work really hard to unlock as many name cards as I can just to show off to my friends.
Vale, sí, conseguir las
Your
repus para
master
nuevas
of
cartas.
alchemy and knowledge of transmutation will easily enable you to learn how to craft these neat gadgets. Similar to cooking, you can learn the blueprints within your bag. Then, with your available components, you can craft them like any other.
Para detectar los anemóculos.
I'm really excited to share some gameplay footage about these new items, since I know that you will find them super convenient in your travels. Enamel Kalis and Geocalis Resident Stone essentially behaves like a radar to seek Enamel Kali and Geocali that you may be missing. This would of course be very useful to collectors that seek to max level their statue of 7.
Bueno, para los más nuevos les vendrá muy bien, ¿vale? Les vendrá muy bien eso.
Animal and geo treasure compasses correspond to the region that you are in. Similar to Resonant Stone, the tool helps you seek any unopened treasures.
¡A los tesoros también! ¡Hombre! Esto... ¡Ole vosotros! Para tesoros.
Convenient for when you can never find that third animal grana. Sure, you may find it once before, but that doesn't mean you'll find them again all the time with ease. Now, with wind catchers, each updraft costs 1 animal grana. It's like a mini Venti ability. Pretty neat, I'd say.
Sí, para tener como la habilidad de Venti. Todo el mundo va a poder tener esto. Una especie de poción.
For some, it's to fight elite bosses. For
sí, hay un viento para tesoros.
Regardless for whichever category you may fall under, a portable waypoint is fit for either purpose. Just keep in mind that there are limitations,
un
such
teleport
as number
portátil.
And duration of your personal waypoint.
20 es como la moneda argentina ahora, correcto. Ya no vale tanto. Y dura 7 días. Oh, eso está muy guay. Es para ponerlo en el lobo. ¿Pero por qué no nos ponen directamente un teleport ellos en el lobo?
Then for all you chefs out there is finally a portable stove. Now you won't have to teleport to a city or fight in a hilly kitchen to whip up your favorite snack on the fly.
Está muy bien. O sea, esto que han puesto es bastante bonito, ¿eh? Es bastante bonito esto, la verdad. Está muy, muy bien. Es Quality of Life. Son mejoras de Quality of Life lo que están presentando ahora y me gusta.
Lastly, as I know you've all been waiting for this, is the implementation of NRE, or Nutrition Ready to Eat. This gadget is basically a shortcut for you to eat food without having to open your bag.
Un shortcut para comer, sin abrir el menú.
Wait, what is that? A forest hilichurl? He's so funny looking, but he's so cute too.
Es diferente.
What the? His attacks are primo gems? I mean, if he doesn't want them, then I'll gladly take them. Oh my gosh! And he throws confetti too? Ah, now everyone is definitely going to seek out their own forest hilichurl just to see for themselves how quirky this new monster is. Let's all try our best to catch him before he disappears.
¿Qué da?
Now, before we end the stream, I'd like to officially present the new event for 1.1.
Vale, evento.
Unreconciled Stars. This event will feature our adventures with Mona and Fischl. Unreconciled Stars consists of 3 stages: Unknown Stars, Stars of Deceitful Dreams, and Star of Destiny. These stages will be released gradually over time.
Mira las monedas arriba. A la derecha.
After meeting certain event requirements, you'll receive the Great Fischl. That's right, so don't pass this event up.
Vale. Un evento para conseguir a Fischl.
That's all we have for today. So, I would like to thank you for joining me in Genshin Impact's 1.1 preview stream. I look forward to seeing everyone again in the beautiful world of Teyvat on November 11th. So until then, farewell, travelers.
Bueno, os darán monedas extras. Si os dan una más y la tenéis a tope a la Fischl. A ver, no me ha dejado mal sabor de boca, ¿eh? El tráiler. Para nada me ha dejado mal sabor de boca todo lo que acaban de enseñar. O sea, me parece bastante guay la cantidad de contenido que quieren meter. Me parece bastante bien esa cantidad de contenido. Hay muchas cosas que son...